Welcome to our Charlton highlights video for the 95-96 season. We've got 2 solid hours of prime Charlton action for you to savour, along with interviews and our annual Goal of the Season competition. We're also running our customary quiz again this year. Just answer the 5 Addicts-orientated questions dotted throughout this video and send your answers on a postcard to Charlton Quiz, care of Steve Dixon, The Valley, Floyd Road, Charlton, SE7. The first correct entry picked out of the hat will win a VIP day at the Valley. Entries should reach us by the end of January '97. The close season had seen a number of changes at the Valley, with Alan Kirbishley now in sole charge as team manager, backed up by new first-team coach Les Reed. Also joining the side was former player John Humphrey, returning to Charlton on a free transfer from Palace. At the start of the season, soccer pundits were predicting the worst for Charlton, with many declaring the side to be favourites for relegation. However, it seems as if reports of the Addicts' death had been greatly exaggerated. First up on the 95-96 fixture list for Charlton was an away match with West Bromwich Albion on the 12th of August. Sadly, the season got off on the wrong foot when an iffy pass from Keith Jones was seized upon by David Gilbert in the 65th minute. The final score, West Bromwich Albion 1, Charlton Athletic 0. Coca-Cola Cup action was next on the agenda for Charlton, with the side only managing a goalless draw away to Barnet. The following Saturday, Barry Fry's Birmingham City were the season's first visitors to the Valley, as the Addicts suddenly seemed to find their form.
So Robinson then with the corner for Charlton. Mark Robson comes short. Robinson again, in towards the far post. And there's a free header for David White, and it's wide! Great chance for Charlton. And David White put the header wide. White again for Charlton. Fitting it through for Robinson. Frames the defender. Can Robinson turn? Can he get the ball across? And it might fall for Mark Robson. And now back for John Humphrey. Took a deflection, and it's going to be a corner. Went into the side netting from John Humphrey. And deflected into the side netting, a corner for Charlton. Otto with the challenge. Cooper sending it forward. And now Jonathan Hunt with a bit of space to move into. He's got Jason Bowen up ahead. This is Bowen now on the edge of the box. Oh, fine goal! Jason Bowen has scored for Birmingham. Birmingham City take the lead. It was a tremendous strike on the edge of the box. It gave Mike Salmon no chance. And Charlton are a goal behind here at the Valley. So what can the Addicts do from this free kick? The chance for Kim Grant, first touch, it's off for Nelson, and it's there! Nelson scores for Charlton! Charlton have responded, and Gary Nelson has scored the Addicts' first goal this season. Kim Grant got the touch. It was his first touch since coming on as substitute, and Nelson followed up to score. It's one apiece. Nelson now, can he get the ball across? And missed there, chance for Bowyer now. And Bowyer scores! Charlton lead 2-1, 2 goals in a minute. Lee Bowyer scores his first goal for Charlton Athletic. And the Addicts have struck back in decisive fashion. It wasn't a particularly powerful shot, but that doesn't matter. It's Charlton Athletic 2, Birmingham City 1. We're playing out the last few seconds now. Charlton just need to hang on to claim 3 valuable points. But now Kim Grant giving chase, and Grant is through. Can he finish for Charlton? He can! It's 3-1, and that wraps up the 3 points. Charlton have won it here at the Valley. The first win of the season, the first 3 points of the season. 3-1 to Charlton.
The match finished. Charlton Athletic 3, Birmingham City 1. We asked Alan Kirbishley for his comments on the game.
Alan, I think it'd be fair to say there was a certain amount of relief when the first goal went in.
Oh, and the way it went in as well. I think we've been waiting a month for that goal. And it's hit the post, come back. Nelson's had a touch, and I think it's just gone through about 2 pairs of legs, and just, I don't know how it went in. But that sums up football sometimes. We've had glorious chances before that and missed them. And I just felt it was never going to come. And then when it did, we scored again within another 50 seconds, and the whole thing took off then. And it was a thoroughly entertaining game. One what you would expect with Barry Fry's teams. But we've come out on top, and I think we needed that. We needed a bit of a boost, and hopefully we can go on.
3 days later, Lee Bowyer once again proved himself to be a star in the making as the Addicts played the home leg against Barnet in the Coca-Cola Cup. Charlton took the lead in the first half as Bowyer rifled in a close-range shot into the back of the Barnet net. Bowyer sewed up the match shortly after the break, finishing Barnet off with a killer second goal. Final score, Charlton Athletic 2, Barnet 0, seeing the Addicts safely through to the next round. Charlton's next match saw the side facing old rivals Crystal Palace, with the Eagles no longer soaring high after relegation from the Premiership at the end of last season. Scoring sensation Lee Bowyer once again did the business as he conjured up a magical strike in the 20th minute to put the ball into the top corner of the Palace net. With the Addicts well on their way to their first league win at Palace in 60 years, Bowyer's effort was wiped out 18 minutes from time when Bruce Dyer equalised from a Tony Scully cross. The full-time score, Crystal Palace 1, Charlton Athletic 1. The 29th of August saw Charlton back on home turf, hosting struggling Watford. Our commentator is John Fuller.
Here's Nelson, good early cross, ball's up right and touched over. And a nice move, good early cross, Nelson. And White equal to the cross, good header. I think it was going over, but Steve Cherry just making sure. Long ball forward, well taken down by Gary Nelson. Just tucked inside, who's coming through, it's good drive, great save. Great save from Cherry. Nice flick on from Nelson to Keith Jones. And Jones holding off the challenge of Holdsworth there for a right foot drive. Charlton once again robbing Tommy Mooney and breaking away. Still with Watford. Here's Mooney again. Humphries taking no chances. But Darren Bazley's got the ball. There's Mooney and there's the goal. Well, from Tommy Mooney having no luck at all, doing nothing, and they have scored. For still only leaving 2 men up, Mooney and Phillips. Some nice spread play from Charlton, pushing the ball around. Here's Robinson trying to tee it up on his right foot. Here's Jones. Nelson out wide, crossing it in, giving away from the keeper. And it's going straight to Bowyer. Can he jam one home? He does! Lee Bowyer. Right foot into the corner of the net. And Charlton make it pay. 4 minutes into the second half. And they level the game. This time for once the cross being kept away from the keeper. When it was 2 men went up for it. Holdsworth and Foster. One of them cleared. Only just as far as Lee Bowyer came in and drove it into the corner of the net. Robinson breaks it down. And Nelson wins it. And from behind, referee said play on. Nelson's got the advantage. And a great save from Cherry. It's White. He's trying to turn Millen, and he does. He's going to get that left foot drive in. Finds Newton. Newton with Beasley. Going to go down the right. Drives to the cross. And it's touched home by Carl Leeburn. Newton made his way in, flicked it in. Leeburn came across with the foot and slid it home.
The score at the final whistle, Charlton Athletic 2, Watford 1. The following Saturday, the Addicts youth policy was once again paying dividends as the side hosted Huddersfield.
Charlton kept in. It's cold at the back. Leeburn's up, he's there. Keeper saved it. Back in again. Just trying to make his presence known in midfield. Robinson should just keep that in, and he does. Good cross. This time Collins didn't get to him. It's a great shot, great goal! Number 7, Sean Newton. What a great goal on 31 minutes. Left foot volley. This time Robinson got down the line and beat Collins. Crossed in, first time volley. Top left hand corner of Steve Francis, didn't have a chance. Four or five players just bunched, the ball comes in, it's there! Number 3, Jamie Stewart breaks through and scores. The ball just landed on his head. Corner coming in from John Robinson. And Jamie Stewart, from a bunch of players on the edge at the 18-yard box, stormed into the 6-yard box in mass, created some space and headed the ball home. It's going to fall nicely for Charlton. I didn't quite get to Bow, but Bow's done well to win it back. Breaks into the area and it's tripped up. Referee's penalty. He was tripped up from behind. He was going forward. Huddersfield will probably say that he wasn't going to do any damage at the time, the way he was going, but he's inside the area. 78 minutes gone. Is this going to be 3? It's a good save from the keeper. Bowyer's gone forward. Stewart spotted him. Just flicked on to Leeburn. Leeburn's got still at rid of him. Just turning nicely, Leeburn, trying to control it. That's a shot. It's a great shot. Leeburn. Jones picks it up. Still Huddersfield hustling and bustling. Not going to let this one go. Here's Jepson, lays it off to Dunn. Jepson's made some space. Here's Booths, good shot. It's there.
The final score, Charlton Athletic 2, Huddersfield Town 1. John Fuller chatted to goalscorer Sean Newton.
Sean, after spending quite a bit of the time last season on the bench, you must be happy with your first 3-4 performances this season?
Yeah, it's been a long time for me. I've been out of the season for outside for quite a while. So I'm glad to be back and playing good football.
This time we've got a bit of a new midfield in there. Young Lee Bowyer's back, and the two of you are gelling well. A lot of youth there, a lot of speed, a lot of pace.
Yeah, me and Bo played together in the youth team, so we know each other quite well. And Bo's like a good player in his own rights. Even though the side's young, we all pull together and get the results at the end of the day.
And let's talk us through that goal. Cross coming in from John Robinson, first time left foot volley.
Yeah, I don't score many, but the ones I do score seem to be quite good. But hopefully this season I should get more goals, because even though Keith Peacock says there's goals in my boots, I'm sure there is.
Tranmere were the Addicts' next opponents for an away game on the 9th of September. The match finished goalless, leaving Charlton third in the table with 11 points. The following Tuesday, Charlton were left feeling cut up after a 2-0 defeat at the hands of the Blades. Sheffield United's Welsh international Nathan Blake did the damage, pouncing in the 18th minute to head home from Hodges' free kick. Blake completed his deadly double 10 minutes from time, with a little help from a deflection of a hapless Stuart Barmer. The Addicts' next match at home to Oldham marked the 100th Charlton League game for super sub Kim Grant.
Oldham filled the 6-yard box there, trying to get some people in, but it's come deep. Right to the back, and it's fallen straight from McCarthy, who drives in, and it's an off the post. So first corner, first strike from Oldham. And that's 7 minutes into the first half. And Sean McCarthy took the ball deep on the corner, glanced around the defender, and had a free shot besides the keeper, and it went in off the far post. Bowyer. And man, is the leading goal scorer at the moment here for the Addicts. Newton's good ball inside. Here's Bowyer again. First time shot, it's there. Good save. And Leeburn just couldn't quite get his leg to it. Nice turn from Grant. Robson's on the far side. Here's Mark Robson now. The two substitutes joining up. He's coming inside, left and right foot, curls it to the back. Leeburn's up, and it's there! Carl Leeburn has scored! They've beaten the keeper. And the two substitutes, Grant turning inside, pushing the ball wide to Mark Robson. Robson coming back outside, curling it in with the left foot. Leeburn getting in there for his second goal of the season.
The final score, Charlton Athletic 1, Oldham Athletic 1. On the 19th of September, Charlton fans were treated to a goal fest as their side faced Wimbledon in the Coca-Cola Cup.
Deep into the Charlton penalty area. There's a chance for Holdsworth at the back post, and it's there. And Wimbledon's long throw tactic yields dividends in the 10th minute here at Selhurst Park. Dean Holdsworth with the goal, recalled to the team after being subbed on Saturday at Villa Park. Peter Garland trying to find Leeburn. Leon Arson's got a challenge in, but Jamie Stewart sweeps it in towards the far post. Nelson giving chase. Nelson will keep this in. He needs some support from Humphrey. And then the ball in towards the area, in towards Leeburn. Can he find Bowyer? Oh, over the bar from Bowyer. and that was Charlton's best chance. Mike Salmon driving this long downfield, and the Wimbledon offside strap has been sprung. Can Garland finish? He can! Charlton have equalised. Peter Garland, on his first start of the season, has levelled it up here at Selhurst Park with a fine goal. Wimbledon's offside trap was sprung completely by Peter Garland. I think it was Chris Perry that played him on, and he made no mistake there with the finish for Charlton. Now it's with Gary Nelson coming away from Leonardson, and finding Garland with another drive. Oh, a fine save by Paul Hill. I mean, that was really heading for the top corner. Peter Garland has clearly got his shooting boots on, because he very nearly made it 2-1 to Charlton. And Charlton are playing exceptionally well against this team. Nelson slipping it through to Bowyer. Now Bowyer cutting in from the right-hand side. Tries to drive. Oh, it's there! Lee Bowyer scores for Charlton. It crept in at the near post, and Lee Bowyer gives Charlton the lead with just 4 minutes of the first half remaining. Gary Nelson slipped the ball through to Bowyer, and there didn't look to be an awful lot on. In fact, he had a couple of players up in support on his right-hand side, but Bowyer chose to go it alone, and he found the back of Paul Hill's net. Nelson now for Charlton, making space on this right-hand side. Oh, and it came off his own player, and Paul Hill's making a fine save there. In fact, although Wimbledon and Charlton have met at Selhurst many times before, this is the first time in which Wimbledon have ever been the host. Whenever Charlton have played away at Wimbledon, it has been at Plough Lane in the past. This is the first meeting between the two clubs at Selhurst where Wimbledon have been the home side. A little bit of trivia there. Swung into the box. Oh, there's a chance! Oh, and Holdsworth! Holdsworth has levelled it up! And that was another scrappy goal for Charlton. And Wimbledon are back level at 2-2. Mike Salmon, I think, is claiming that he may have been impeded, but there was a flick on at the near post. I think it might have been Robbie Earle as the corner came in. And when the ball ran free, Dean Holdsworth was there to grab his second goal of the game, and it's 2 apiece. Jones forward. Gale, but Rufus hooks it clear. Now it's with Robbie Earle. Earle playing a 1-2 with Goodman. And Earle, he's away from Palmer, and the shot comes in, and it's a third for Wimbledon. And in the space of 90 seconds, Wimbledon have turned this tie around. Charlton were leading 2-1, and now they are a goal behind. Wimbledon are up, they are 3-2 ahead. It's Robbie Earle with the crucial goal. And that is an absolute disaster for Charlton. The corner comes in from Kimball. Lieburn with a header away. Garland with enough time to get the ball clear, and Kim Grant will get the first touch very early on. Grant taking on Cunningham, knocking the ball into the far post. Newton with a shot. Oh, fine volley, fine save. Sean Newton connected perfectly with that cross from Kim Grant. Humphrey will take the free kick for Charlton. There's a lot of white shirts forward. One of them is Lieburn. Lieburn was held surely there. Jones getting in there. Now it'll fall for Lieburn possibly. There's a chance. And there's Bowyer off the line, off the bar. And the linesman has flagged on this near side. It's gone in. It's gone in. The linesman on this near side flagged. The ball from Lee Bowyer hit the crossbar. It came down. It bounced over the line. And the linesman on this near side of the field was right up with play. And he signalled that Charlton are back on level terms, and Lee Bowyer scores again. It's his second of the game and his fourth in the Coca-Cola Cup. So with about 30 minutes to go, it is all tied up again at 3 apiece, and the Charlton fans again getting behind their team as they've done so all night. This is Newton now. Leeburn's got to turn and check with that one. Reeves is the defender. This is Nelson. It's swung in again. And Newton getting in there, and it'll fall for Lee Byrne. Bowyer, deflection, it's there! Bowyer scores, it's a hat-trick! Lee Bowyer gives Charlton the lead. And just as Wimbledon scored 2 in 2 minutes, Charlton have done the same. And it's Lee Bowyer again with the hat-trick. It certainly took a deflection of one of the Wimbledon defenders, but there's no doubt that it's Lee Bowyer's goal. And Charlton are back in front. It's 4-3. What a game. This is Newton. And now it's with Kim Grant. Reeves is a defender once again. Grant taking them on. He's cutting inside Kim Grant. Grant with a shot, it's 5, he scored! Kim Grant's made it 5-3 to Charlton. What an absolutely fabulous score, and what a wonderful goal from Kim Grant. And he celebrates with the Charlton fans. And you might expect him to, because that was a great goal by Grant. He cut inside Reeves, he burst past the other defender, he shook off the challenge as it came in, and he's made it 5. It's another corner to Wimbledon. It's their 8th of the evening. And Lee Byrne again with a header away. Back in. And Lee Byrne again with a touch. Garland getting in there, but Cunningham going for the byline. Cunningham gets the ball in. Goodman's in there. Holdit's in there. Clark! 5-4! Well, I can't believe it. I mean, how many more goals are there in this game?
The final scoreline, Wimbledon 4, Charlton Athletic 5. The following Saturday saw another deluge of Charlton goals as the side travelled to Ipswich. The Addicks fell to an early goal after Klaus Thompson blasted the home side ahead in the 3rd minute.
Robinson with the corner. And Ulenbeek gets it away. Newton sends it back in. And there's no flag here. There's a chance for Kim Grant. And it'll fall for Chappell. And Chappell scores. Charlton are level. There was no flag from the linesman. Phil Chappell picked up the pieces. And on his first game of the season, Phil Chappell scores. Ray Forrest, the Ipswich goalkeeper, is going to be replaced, I feel, by Neil Gregory. Peter Garland now for Charlton. Now it's out to Kim Grant. Across the face of the goal. Lee Byrne! 2-1 to Charlton. Carl Lee Byrne scores, and the Addicks have capitalised. Kim Grant showing a nice touch there. Grant in towards Lee Byrne. Lee Byrne is up on his own. He's looking for support. Going one way to the left. Oh yes! Carl Lee Byrne! It's 3-1, and Gregory's beaten again. And Carl Lee Byrne may well have wrapped up the points here for Charlton. Oh dear. Ulenbeek was the target. Robinson cut it out. And Charlton are on the attack once again. Lee Byrne, he's got Linger in support. Lee Byrne plays it in. Linger! Oh, superb! How about that from Paul Linger? His first ever league goal for Charlton, and it's wrapped up the points here at Portman Road. Carl Lee Byrne now stepping up to face Neil Gregory to notch his first ever hat-trick from the penalty spot to make it 5-1 for Charlton. Lee Byrne versus Gregory.
The full-time score, Ipswich 1, Charlton Athletic 5. Buoyed up by those amazing wins, the Addicks' next game was at home to Barnsley on the 30th of September.
So Charlton at the moment down to 10 men. Ball curled in by Newton. Lee Byrne's there. Here's Kim Grant. And just driven. Great shot. Shot from John Robinson. It came off a player. Well, it's a free kick to Charlton. Balmer's standing over it, so is Bowyer. Sean Newton-Stewart all looking around. They've got 3 in front of the wall. Here's Balmer, driven. It's come to Grant. Grant shot, and it's just wide. Barnsley lucky to escape there. The ball hit the wall. Chappell's come forward, along with Balmer. Up they go. It's a great header. Great header there from Jamie Stewart. Looking for his second goal of the season. Newton's got Bowyer away on his right. Moses just across. Charlton once again eager to get on with the game. Newton, the youngsters together. Bowyer just beats two players nicely. It's inside, there's Grant, and it's gone in! It's gone in! Kim Grant's header bounced in front of the keeper, David Watson. The cross coming in from behind. I suppose you could have thought maybe Grant should have controlled it and turned. He had so much space, but he decided for the diving header. Moves down, the ball bounced in front of David Watson. He will think he should have kept hold of that, and it bounced straight over him, back into the goal, and Charlton take the lead with about 4 minutes to go of the first half. 4 in the wall. Balmer's going to strike. In it comes, chip for the far side, and that's gone straight in the corner. Neil Redfern has curled it the other way. Everyone went for the shot, and the captain has curled it into the other corner. It's a lovely free kick.
The match finished. Charlton Athletic won, Barnsley won. The following Tuesday, the goal-greedy Charlton side were hosting Wimbledon for the return leg of the Coca-Cola Cup.
Robinson floats the free kick in. There is a chance! Oh, it must have come off the post. There was such a bundle of bodies in at the far post, I couldn't quite see what happened. I think it was Kim Grant who got in there. Jones, neat lay off to Cunningham. Stuart Balmer got in front of Holdroth and makes a great pass to Robinson, near side. Now, can he get away from Cunningham? Jamie Stewart's herring up on this near side. Flicks the ball in. Surely! It's there! It's Sean Newton! And Charlton have a 2-goal lead in the tie. Fabulous goal, fabulous cross from John Robinson. And a marvellous header from Sean Newton, who stole into the penalty area. He wasn't picked up by the Wimbledon back four, and Sean Newton has scored a marvellous goal for Charlton. It's 1-0 on the night, it's 6-4 on aggregate. In towards Holdroth. Holdroth holding off Balmer. Now can he find a space? Oh, fine goal! Dean Holdroth with an excellent goal for Wimbledon. Really was a superb finish by Holdroth. And Wimbledon are sending plenty of men forward now. They'll be looking for a quick goal. And they might get one now. And it's gone in. Holdroth is claiming it. Robbie Earle is claiming it. It's gone in, and Wimbledon have caused chaos yet again from a set piece. And now it really is all square. Leibon's got basically Grant in support, and Grant's pretty much on his own, but he's going to get in there at the near post. He needs some help, Kim Grant. Oh, he tried to find Robinson, but now Grant can get there again. And Grant could have used a bit of help there a little earlier. Weighing up the shots. Hill with the save. And Barner again with the challenge. Now he's got one or two options. He's got Marcus Gale coming, but he's found Kim Grant with a fine pass. John Robinson in support for Kim Grant. Now, what can Robinson do? Can he find Leibon possibly, or Robson at the far post? He's going for the byline, whips the ball in. It's there! It's a great goal from Carl Leibon! An absolutely fabulous goal! And it's John Robinson again who supplied the cross. Wonderful header from Leibon. And is that the goal that could send Charlton into the third round of the Coca-Cola Cup? Carl Leibon with his 6th goal of the season, his first in the Coca-Cola Cup. It's 2-2 on the night. It is 7-6 on aggregates. Oh, Cunningham's turned away from Robinson. Penalty given for Robinson's challenge on Kenny Cunningham. And this game ain't over yet. Holdroth versus Salmon. 3-2 to Wimbledon, 7-7 on aggregates. There's the whistles all around the ground now. And he's given a goal kick. The Charlton fans think they've had a penalty. It is in fact a goal kick. The correct decision would have been a corner. Lee Byrne trying to touch it down, and he couldn't get up in time. There are bodies everywhere as we fix this encounter so far. It's now with Humphrey. Newton gets it back again. Lee Byrne. Robson's out on this right-hand side, hugging the touchline. Bowyer's looking for Robinson. Oh, great ball! Yes! A wonderful goal by John Robinson! And a wonderful pass by Lee Bowyer. He cuts open Wimbledon yet again. Lee Bowyer is going to leave an indelible mark on this tie, whatever the score. Neat passing between Newton and Humphrey, and then Bowyer took over. He looked up, he waited for Robinson to make the run, and when Robinson did make the run, Bowyer found him, and Robinson didn't hesitate. His first touch was true. It sailed past Paul Heald. It's 3 apiece. It's now 8-7 on aggregates. Holdsworth, good first touch. Phil Chappell, fabulous tackle. Lee Byrne holding off Holdsworth and getting in ahead of Earl, but now it's Cunningham, and Robson takes over. Wonderful stuff. Robson goes again. Robson with a chip to the far post. Grant's in. Oh, it's off the post. It's off the post. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, it's off the post from Tim Grant. Now, Carl Lieben, I think, is picking up Harford. Chappell gets another header. Leonardson! Oh, great save. Wonderful save. They've got to score twice. If they can get another goal, it'll be 4-3. That won't be enough because Charlton will go through the away goals rule. Wimbledon need to score twice. Oh, and there goes Clark. Humphrey giving chase. Clark's in. Great. Is it a save? Oh, it's a fabulous save. An absolutely wonderful save by Salmon. Andy Clark was through. He outpaced Humphrey, and Mike Salmon pulled off the save of the season.
The match finished 3-3 with an amazing aggregate score of 8-7 to the Addicts. Coach Les Reed shared his thoughts on the match with John Fuller.
The management team must be pleased, man. They've 14 goals in 2 games.
Excellent, yeah. The players are responding ever so well to what we're trying to do with them. They make a lot of effort in training, they listen, and we've persevered in the first few weeks of the season with the finishing, the crossing, the finishing, and I think we're seeing dividends now of the work that was put in, because now everyone seems to be getting in on the act. Everybody feels they can score, and I thought at the beginning people didn't think they could score.
It was back to earth with a bump the following Saturday with Grimsby Town the visitors to the Valley.
With contrast, Grimsby to Charlton. Charlton with a very young, youthful side. Grimsby got some, I want to say, old players. Once again, Bowyer's there. He's hurt himself slightly cross from Grant, nearly fell to Sean Newton. And the shot coming in and just past the post. And Jewell's ducking in on Stuart Balmer. Balmer's gone down. Emily not letting the trainer on. The men in green making their move for the stretcher on the far side. It's well won by Jewell, pushing it wide inside to Bonetti. Bonetti flicking it on. Jewell must be offside. He's onside. This could be a goal, and it's there.
The match ended in a 1-0 defeat for the Addicts, compounded by fears for Stuart Palmer, who was rushed to hospital with a damaged lung. On a brighter note, Charlton's next game marked Carl Lieburn's 50th goal for the club as the side played away to Leicester.
Oh, this could be a goal. Well, about 2 yards wide. Well, that was astonishing. The Charlton fans are doing the singing now, but maybe not for long. Here's David Lowe, 1-0. Beautifully taken. David Lowe seized on that opportunity. 25 minutes into this game, it's Leicester City 1, Charlton Athletic 0. Good ball from him, picking out Lee Byrne. He'll try the shot. Blocked by Colin Hill. Walsh to Robinson. Good ball in from Robinson. And the Poole came, couldn't get it. He got that one though. Got the overhead kick. There's Robinson. Drives in the shot, off the crossbar. Back again it comes. Walsh and then Boyer. And Sean Newton did well to get that ball back across. Number 2, John Humphrey. His second spell with the Charlton Athletic. Went there first from Wolverhampton Wanderers. And then left to go to Crystal Palace. No chance here maybe. Good shot, great save. Leeburn's header. Oh, he's got a free shot there. Hit the post. A Brazilian style clearance that from Gary Parker. Oh, and a chance here, and it's 1-1. Poked in by Carl Leeburn. Hesitancy there on the 6-yard box. Kevin Poole came at first and then decided not to go all the way. I think maybe if he had, he would have prevented that one.
The final score, Leicester City 1, Charlton Athletic 1. On the 21st of October, Charlton enjoyed their biggest gate of the season so far, with 13,500 turning up for the game with Norwich.
A fall for Newton once again. Going to go wide, going to try and go another thorn. Puts it into Williams. Oh, just wide from Williams. And it's left to Bowyer. Bowyer's got space coming forward. Form in with him. He tries a shot. And it's gone in! Lee Bowyer. Shot has crept in off the post. Norwich, they were coming back, marking them in. Charlton had 3 or 4 options there. Bowyer was looking to push it left or right. He decided to take the right foot drive action. And it just came in off Brian Gunn's hand, in off the post. O'Neill has him in action for a little while, but he's doing his bit again. Away he goes down the line. He's got time to cross it, and he pulls it back instead of going for the far post. A great shot and a great goal.
The match finished 1 apiece, with the Addicts now 10th in the table with 18 points from 13 games. The following Wednesday, Charlton were at Molineux for the 3rd round of the Coca-Cola Cup.
And away goes Nelson here. Good challenge from Richards. Great tackle. But the shot comes in. Oh! And that was inches past the post. Just had the wind knocked out of him. The corner is in. Oh, it's there! Off the line.
The match ended 0-0, earning the Addicts a deserved replay. 4 days later, Charlton were playing struggling Luton in a televised match at Kenilworth Road.
Leeburn's chest to Walsh, and a good break here by Gary Nelson. Can Nelson get there first? Nelson is going to score for Charlton Athletic. Well, he hadn't scored since the 3rd game of the season. But he took full advantage of that with an extremely well-timed run. And then faced with Foyer, got the better of the bounce. Touched by Nelson, Robinson. Nelson trying to get in again. Scored the only goal so far, Gary Nelson. Now John Humphrey. That's a great shot and a fine save as well. Just kept in play.
The final score, Luton Town 0, Charlton Athletic 1. The Addicts' next game was also on the box, with Peter Reid's Sunderland the guests at the Valley.
Oh, yeah, made something happen there. Robson with the cross and a deep one. Oh, a terrific goal by Sean Newton. Their first attack, and they've made it count.
Well, that was a classic goal. I know there's a few Sunderland players who'll be looking at this and wondering why they didn't challenge the ball. But this really is a classic cross and a magnificent header. Absolutely wonderful. What an amazing game.
Oh, this is a good little run here by Russell, turning it back nicely. And, well, Michael Gray has put it in for 1-1.
The full-time score, Charlton Athletic 1, Sunderland 1. On the 8th of November, Charlton were doing battle against Wolves in a Coca-Cola Cup replay at the Valley. Our coverage comes from Carlton Television.
Finds Emblin, knocks it in nicely there to Williams, and it's gone in from Emblin. Neil Emblin makes it 1-0 for Wolves. The man who's taken the number 9 shirt tonight from Steve Bull. The Wolves trying to hold back Nelson, so Nelson was claiming, but still Gary Nelson gets there first, then plays it back to Sean Newton. Robinson knocking it down, Leeburn. And De Wolf in the end gets it only as far as Newton. The ball just wouldn't come down quickly enough for him. And Bowyer with a header, which is saved on the line, and somehow Charlton just cannot force it home. Bowyer, who's already scored 9 times this season, a terrific prospect from the midfield, getting in late into those sort of positions, and had worked up a wonderful position here. Walsh and Humphrey over this free kick. Walsh playing it in. And Chapel will finally get in there. It's Robinson who's turned it in. And it's 1-1. A real scramble around that Wolves goal. And John Robinson right on the line, in fact, in the end. A real clutch of old gold shirts in that Charlton penalty area now, and it's driven in, and it's gone in there. Number 4, Mark Atkins.
The match ended 2-1 to Wolves, knocking the Addicts out of the cup. Charlton had the chance to wreak revenge on Wolves the following Sunday in a league game at Molineux.
Leeburn with 7 to his credit, having a physical battle with De Wolf at the moment, and De Wolf has gone down as though poleaxed. And honestly, from where I was looking, they were just jockeying for position. But the Charlton players, yes, it's a red card for Leeburn. Well, here's John Robinson with the corner for Charlton. Oh, my goodness! Oh, through the legs of Wright. Here's the cross. Yeah! Oh, my goodness! Robinson was in there.
The final score, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Charlton Athletic 0. A week later, the Addicts found themselves battered by the Rams as they played away to Derby. Dutchman Ron Willems opened the scoring shortly before half-time, capitalising on a rebound from Charlton keeper Mike Amann. There was intense frustration for Charlton's travelling fans when John Robinson's perfectly good equaliser was ruled out by the ref. Marco Gabbiadini wrapped up the points for the home side in the 62nd minute after Van der Laan's effort was parried by Amann. Leaving the score at full time, Derby County 2, Charlton Athletic 0. Back at the Valley, things were going more Charlton's way, with Reading the visitors on the 21st of November.
Sturgis swings it in towards Carl Leeburn. Leeburn gets up, and now Jones! Oh, and it's over the bar from Keith Jones. And that was a really fine opportunity for Charlton to take the lead. The corner comes in again. Chappell gets up. Oh, yes, Phil Chappell. Fine header. Splendid goal by Chappell. The cross came in from the corner, and Phil Chappell rose at the far post to give Charlton the lead they deserve with 19 minutes gone. Robinson with the corner, Chappell with the header. It's Charlton Athletic 1, Reading 0. There's a lot of space for Michael Gilks left-hand side. But again, another very sloppy pass from Parkinson makes Gilks work, but Gilks has found a very good ball inside John Humphrey. And now Reading have got a man over, and it's Trevor Morley trying to find a gap. It'll fall for Mick Gooding. Great save by Mann, and it's going to be in. It's going to be in, and Reading have snatched an equaliser that they barely deserved. Now Sturgis. Andy Manal gets there first. Now Robinson. Bowyer. It's going to have to be the ball in towards Kim Grant. Humphrey near side if Grant can find him. Leeburn's getting in there. Chance for Bowyer possibly. Oh, great block. Charlton players are claiming a penalty. That would be harsh. Certainly. Parkinson dived in. It was another great move from Charlton. Leeburn again playing the target man role superbly. So Mortimer just has 3 minutes in which to try and make an impact on this game, as Leeburn now trying to hold off McPherson. They've been together all evening, in fact. Mortimer now with his first touch. Back to Leeburn. Mortimer goes again. Now, is there anyone in the box Mortimer can put it back to? Surely it's a chance! It's a goal! It's a goal for John Robinson! And with his very first touch almost, Paul Mortimer has fashioned what will surely be the winning goal here for Charlton tonight. Mortimer did superbly to get to the byline. The challenge came in, he kept his feet, he kept his footing, the ball came across, and Robinson, John Robinson, was there.
Final score, Charlton Athletic 2, Reading 1. The following Saturday, rock bottom Port Vale were next to try their luck at the Valley.
And Sturgis. Wide to Robinson. Robinson's got Samuel with him. He's got a man the other side if he goes past. Talbot's going to be there. And does well. Robinson goes round. Samuel lines himself up for a great shot. And very well, John Robinson. I think Port Vale were just there trying to defend the cross. There's Leeburn. Got Grant's offside though. He's come back. And Newton had to slow down to bring Grant back into play. Newton just nipping between two players. And that could have been a foul. And again, penalty, yes. But what happened there, as you will see, is Newton went to get back for the ball. And I'm not too sure the defender on the floor was, but the legs were raised. Mortimer's going to take it. Left foot, sends the keeper the wrong way. Ball in the back of the net. Well again. McCarthy, jinks past one, looking for the 1-2. It's a good turn, good shot. And there's the goal from Andy Poulter. I think the Charlton back four stopped and was looking for the 1-2. He was going to play with McCarthy, but he turns and hit the ball first time, Poulter, and it goes in. As Grant takes it on the chest. Brings it down for Bowyer. It's down Humphrey. A little bit of space, Humphrey, but quickly closed down by Talbot. Gets it in the cross. Leeburn's there. There's Bowyer for his open goal. Yes, it's there! Well, from what's come to be a bit of poor play in the midfield, suddenly Charlton finds some space out on the right with Humphrey, curls it in, Leeburn gets on the chest, and there, open goal. Lee Bowyer even curls it round the keeper to his right instead of the open goal to his left. Charlton won't be pleased with this at the moment. They've already let one goal in from slack defending, and they'll let another one in. Oh, and it's an in there again. Once again, the ball has just bounced around. It's been flicked into the box, and I think Griffiths is the man who's being congratulated. Robinson's clearance to Leeburn. Mortimer chipping it on to White. Hasn't got change, but he turns well and picks it up. And that's playing on. Referee's given a play on for that one, and White once again drives. Good shot, just over the bar.
The match ended 2-2, with Charlton now placed 12th in the table with 27 points. A week later, Charlton travelled to Grimsby, who were still unbeaten at home. Kim Grant gave the Addicts the lead a minute before half-time, punching a hole in the Mariners' impressive home record. David White extended Charlton's lead 6 minutes after the restart as he coolly slotted home from the penalty spot. Despite some dogged defending, the Addicts were unable to keep a clean sheet when Micah Mann let slip a long-range shot in the 72nd minute to allow Paul Groves to fire the ball into the back of the net. The final score, Grimsby Town 1, Charlton Athletic 2. On the third anniversary of their return to the Valley, Charlton were taking on old foes Millwall at the Den. In a splendid night for the Addicts, the Lions' roar was reduced to a whimper as Charlton cruised to their first league win at Millwall in 17 years. First on the score sheet was Kim Grant, who stabbed the ball past Casey Keller from David White's header. The Addicts' joy taking the lead was tarnished somewhat, as Lee Bowyer was given his marching orders after his second bookable offence. There was further bad news for Alan Kirbishley's men when Phil Chappell was stretchered off after damaging knee ligaments. The odds were levelled early in the second half when Lions skipper Keith Stevens was red-carded for elbowing Jamie Stewart. Charlton dominated the remainder of the game, and Kim Grant sealed a memorable victory midway through the second half with his second goal of the evening. The match ended 2-0 to Charlton, putting the Addicts back among the promotion contenders with 33 points. On the 9th of December, Charlton returned to the Valley for a home game with Ipswich.
Palmer got the challenge in, but Ipswich had the ball with Thompson. Sedgley is aiming for Milton near side. Milton's round the back of Humphrey, and Ipswich have a chance, and Mick Stockwell has scored for Ipswich. Ipswich take a deserved lead in the second minute of the second half. Robinson trying to weave his way through. He's found Jones. Humphrey now. Charlton have men over. Robinson and White in each other's way. Oh, a great chance and a great save by Forrest. Point blank range. Farmer climbing above Matthew. A hit and hope ball towards the far post. Oh, Ian Marshall with a splendid goal. And whatever team you support, that is a magnificent finish from Ian Marshall to make it 2-0 to Ipswich. Jamie Stewart with the throw. Mortimer. And now Williams. And now a chance for David White. Did it go in? No, according to the linesman.
The final score, Charlton Athletic 0, Ipswich Town 2. With little separating the teams at the top of Division 1, Charlton notched up a crucial 3 points on the 16th of December as they played away to Barnsley. The Addicts roared into the lead in the 23rd minute with John Robinson crowning a great performance with a memorable goal. 6 minutes later, Sean Newton was on hand to slam the ball home after keeper Dave Watson had made a hash of a clearance. The second half saw the Tykes battling to get back into the game, with their efforts paying off in the 54th minute with an Andy Payton goal. The final score, Barnsley 1, Charlton Athletic 2, with the Addicts now third in the table. On Boxing Day, Charlton were playing hosts to Inform Portsmouth.
Martin Allen sweeping the ball out towards the Portsmouth right, and Jamie Stewart's got caught out there. McLaughlin, another chance possibly for Hall, and Portsmouth take the lead. Portsmouth have gone in front here at the Valley after just 8 minutes. Now Leeburn with a chance, bearing down on goal. Good shot, good save, Alan Knight. Walsh sending Kim Grant racing clear of the Portsmouth defence. What can he do? Can he get away from Butters? Is it gone out? It's a chance for... Oh, I thought it was going to fall for Leeburn. It's fallen for Newton. And I think that was on its way in. Walsh and Rufus rather got each other's way. And now Durning's going through. And that's going to go in, surely. Oh, it's hit the post. Well, John Durning. Kim Grant fighting for the ball in midfield there. And getting it back from Walsh. Shrugs off one challenge and another. Kim Grant now. And Kim Grant still going. It'll come out to Newton. Newton's through. And can Newton finish? He can. Sean Newton has levelled it up for Charlton. That could prove to be an absolutely crucial goal from Sean Newton. Kim Grant did ever so well to hold off 2 or 3 tackles, and he sent Newton in, and Newton finished well. It's 1 apiece. Here's Grant now. Sending the ball across. There's a chance for Leeburn, and the header's wide. Now, what can Charlton do? Time is running out here at the Valley. Stuart Balmer picks it up and sends it forward once again. Stimson, the defender. Now Kim Grant. David White, can he work a trick or two? David White still battling. Nelson now with a chance, and Nelson scores! In the last minutes, in injury time, in fact, Gary Nelson has won it, surely, for Charlton. Gary Nelson has scored what could prove to be a priceless goal. White with the donkey work, Nelson with the finish. It's Charlton 2, it's Portsmouth 1.
The final score, Charlton Athletic 2, Portsmouth 1, putting the Addicks second in the table. With fearsome frosts fouling up the festive footy fixtures, the Addicks didn't play again until the 6th of January when they hosted Sheffield Wednesday in the 3rd round of the FA Cup.
To it, and there's Newton. Mortimer finds Grant, Grant's onside, it's there! It's the first goal! Kim Grant has scored, the ball played through from Mortimer. Looking to see if he was offside, and he wasn't. And we are just 6 minutes into the first half. Kim Grant, Lee Bowyer, John Robinson, they're all playing well this afternoon. It's a shot from Paul Mortimer, just outside the box, left foot. Not had much stoppage time, but I've noticed the referee, Alan Wilkie, has been looking at his watch every time the ball goes out, so he could be adding on a few bits and pieces. And here's Grant once again, the goal scorer, the danger man. And that could be a foul. And it's a penalty inside the area. And it's a yellow card for Pressman. And Pressman came across, he got the ball, but he also took the man. And Kim Grant, the scorer of the first goal. It's whether the ball was saved first of all. And here's Mortimer to make it 2-0, and he does. Well, we're just 9 minutes to go of the first half. Charlton Athletic 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Over the top to Lee Bowyer. It just didn't fall enough for him. Pressman's under pressure, and Bowyer makes sure and he puts the ball away. And Pressman once again under pressure there. The ball to Bowyer, it was just dropping behind Bowyer all the time. We never quite see where it was coming from. And the back pass. And there's a goal at the post! Wide to Sinton. Savanovic going to make the wide approach. It's a red card on John Humphrey, and John Humphrey is going off for that tackle. Free kick, Mortimer puts it in. And it's right across the front of the goal! I was about to say, I don't think they knew Stuart Balmer was there. Balmer's foot cleared it, and Grant has given it away, but they've won it back. It's Grant against 5 at the moment, and he's gone past 2. Pushes it wide. A bit too far for Newton. Walker's come the closing down. He comes across, Lever off the bar!
The match ended Charlton Athletic 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Afterwards, John Fuller caught up with penalty taker Paul Mortimer.
You must give a player in the team great satisfaction to take a scalp like that today.
Yes, very, very pleasing. It was a hard game. We always thought that they could be beatable because they're a ball-playing side like us, so they'll give us enough of the ball. Depends on what we do with the ball when we get it, really.
Management must have been pleased because we played for 90 minutes, really, today.
Yeah. I mean, I think more than anything, we were made to play for 90 minutes. I think when we're made to do stuff, we're a better side. They made us run about. They made us work hard. They made us keep the ball. And you know, that's a credit to them. You know, they're the Premier League side, and it was more difficult for them than us. And you know, I'm just delighted that we're in the at, as they say.
With their sights now firmly set on an automatic promotion place, the Addicts' next outing was at St Andrews against Birmingham City.
Donowa showing good pace. He's into the area. Oh, and he got a tap on the ankle there, and the referee has given a penalty. Louis Donowa just at his ankles, tapped there by John Humphrey, and it just did enough to put him off his stride. He stumbled slightly, didn't quite fall over, but the referee has decided that that will be a penalty kick in the first minute. So Jonathan Hunt against Mike Salmon. 1-0 to Birmingham. Well struck from Hunt. Salmon went the right way, but couldn't keep it out. Mortimer bundled off it by Forsyth. That'll be a free kick to Charlton. 18 minutes played, Birmingham City 1, Charlton Athletic 0. Balmer with the free kick in towards Leeburn. The goalkeeper's come out a long way. Oh, and Edwards has put it in! Andy Edwards has scored an own goal to bring it back to one apiece. The goalkeeper, Sansom, came an awful long way. Perhaps he didn't need to come that far. Leeburn got the header in, it came back off Edwards, and that is a bizarre goal, but it's an equaliser all the same, and Charlton won't be complaining. Stuart Balmer sent the free kick forward. Leeburn climbed exceptionally well, and as the ball came back off the post, I think it hit Edwards on the face and went in. Another good flick there from Leeburn. Oh, and Kim Grant's the wrong side. He's in on goal, and Kim Grant has scored. Splendid finish from Kim Grant. That really was top-class finishing, and Charlton take the lead. It was Leeburn once again who caused the problems for Birmingham. He got the flick on. He sent Kim Grant clear. Daesh couldn't live with him. In a very similar situation to the goal that Kim Grant scored for Charlton at the Valley in the opening home game of the season. He was in on goal and he beat Sansom with ease. Rufus beats Claridge. And Bowyer hooks it forward up to the halfway line towards Grant. Leeburn getting a challenge in, and Kim Grant sending Bowyer away. There's no flag. Now can Charlton break here? Robinson's in. Oh, it's a fabulous goal. John Robinson with his 5th goal of the season, and that was a classic counter-attack from Charlton. The linesman's flag stayed down. The Charlton fans can't quite believe it. What a first half. This has been from 1-0 down in the first minute to 3-1 with about 5 minutes to go before half-time. Bowyer sprang the offside trap. He sent the ball across first time, and John Robinson finished with real confidence, swept it past Sansom to make it 3-1 to Charlton. Mortimer with the corner. The header came out from Daesh. Humphrey wins it and sends it back to Mortimer. Ball comes in left-hand side. Leeburn goes in, and that's 4. Leeburn has scored for Charlton, and Carl Leeburn looks as if he might be hurt. He went in when the boots were flying. Mortimer sent the cross over from the left-hand side, and Leeburn dived in bravely to get the header in. And Charlton now have what surely is an unassailable lead. It's Birmingham City 1, Charlton Athletic 4, as Carl Leeburn claims his 8th goal of the season. This really is an outstanding away performance from the Addicts. Jamie Stewart has given away a free kick on Donowa. Donowa's caused problems throughout today for the Charlton back 4. The shots come in from Paul, driven in, and a goal. Edwards makes up for the own goal he scored in the first half by picking up that rebound and driving it home. Ball took a deflection off Humphrey and bounced kindly for Edwards. It's 4-2. Here's Jason Bowen, the substitutes. Faced by Richard Rufus. Reese sets it up for Forsyth. The drive comes in, and it's a goal! And Charlton have conceded a third goal. It's 4-3 now, and there are just 9 minutes to go. Can Charlton hang on for 3 valuable points? It's Birmingham City 3, Charlton Athletic 4.
The Addicts' blistering form continued the following week as they played West Bromwich Albion at the Valley.
Palmer chipping in, looking for Leeburn, looking to lay the ball off, which he does nicely. Robinson just not quite there. He's got a second go at it. Now Grant, right foot shot coming up, there it is, great save, it's in there, it's in early, John Robinson. And once again, early on in the game, after 2 minutes, Charlton have opened up the scoring. Leeburn having a couple of chances to cross, the ball falling for Kim Grant. He just dummies to the right, a shot which was well saved by Stuart Naylor, but it came straight up, right onto the head of number 9, John Robinson. Finds some space nicely. He's got Bowyer running through a gap. There's Bowyer. Bowyer's got Newton, and he just laid on a little bit too long there. Bowyer, good tackle from Caldecott, and a good tackle once again from Smith. And Mortimer wins it back well. And now Newton, far side. Inside the Grant. It's to the far side. It's there again. John Robinson. The cross coming in from Newton. It bounced past Kim Grant. West Brom just let the ball run past them, and for his second goal of the afternoon, John Robinson just picked up at the back and drove the ball home. Robinson quickly down to take it and finds Mortimer. Mortimer just turns inside, it's handball to referee, that could be a penalty, and it is. The linesman given the penalty. Mortimer turned inside. Darryl Burgess must have been the man who just touched the ball down with his arm. The linesman was there right on time, and Paul Mortimer, who normally takes them, has given it across to John Robinson. I've heard managers say they shouldn't do this, should be your regular man, but Robinson for his hat-trick. It's saved by the keeper. Good ball from Robinson to Leeburn. He's going between 3 men. He can lay it off to Grant. Newton's on the far side. Charlton have got 3-4 in the box now. Maybe a little bit too long there for Grant. Here's Leeburn, could lay it off to Robinson. He turns, Leeburn left foot, great save. And it's nearly the repeat of goal number 1. About 10 yards outside the West Brom penalty area. In it comes, Bumbles at the back, heads it forward, there's empty box. Can we turn? It's there! And it's Jamie Stewart. The keeper missed the ball, and the West Brom players were just standing trying to clear it. There was 3 Charlton players there. And number 3, Jamie Stewart, just puts the seal on the first half anyway by making it 3-0. Is that a penalty? I can't believe he's given a penalty for that. I can't believe he's given a penalty for that. Taylor just turned on his man and he's given a penalty. Well, we said early on they wanted a goal to get themselves going, and it's gone from nothing, from no incident, into a penalty. Hunt's going to take it, second penalty of the game, and could be very early on to 3-1, and it is. And that brings West Brom back into the game. And Charlton managed to get deep into Albion's half. They're going to be able to clear this one, only as far as Mortimer. Grant, nice turn, that's a penalty. That's a penalty, definitely. Went past him, and Burgess, who gave away the first penalty, has given away the second one. It was a penalty. Grant let the ball go, went past him. I don't know what Donovan's complaining about. Well, excitement, third penalty of the game. And this could maybe put it beyond West Brom. And it does.
The full-time score, Charlton Athletic 4, West Bromwich Albion 1. John Fuller chatted to Welsh wizard John Robinson.
John, first of all, very enjoyable first half.
Yeah, it was. I think that's the best 45 minutes we've played out. I think we totally dominated them. We totally overpowered them. And we got our just rewards with the goals, and also, say, the way we played.
2 goals. You must be very pleased with that.
Yeah, very pleased, but the penalty, so went for the hat-trick. I'm not obviously the normal penalty taker, but the lads were going, go on. And I've never been really confident, so I thought I'd just hit it bottom line. The keeper made a good save, but really he should score them. So I was a bit disappointed for 5 or 10 minutes after that, but then tried to get my head round it, and then I was pleased when Jamie scored the 3rd.
Still placed second in the table, the 4th of February saw Charlton playing at home to arch-rivals Crystal Palace in front of the LWT cameras.
Mortimer scoring opportunity here, but playing it short now. Mortimer. Oh, and he's got past his man. Down he's gone. Mortimer going through. There's the challenge. Oh, it has to be a penalty.
I would say that's
has to be a
penalty.
Back with the FA Cup on the 7th of February, Charlton were playing at home to Brentford with a dream trip to Anfield at stake.
Charlton in a little bit of bother here. Brown and Barmer tangling, and that has gone in from Ashby. Brentford have taken the lead. The underdogs have gone in front after 18 minutes. The ball fell kindly to Ashby. Barry Ashby stuck out a toe and it looped over Mike Salmon. Charlton 0, Brentford 1. And the Brentford fans in good spirits in the goal away to my right as Bowyer sweeps it out towards John Robinson, left-hand side. Stewart on the overlap, but Robinson cuts inside. Nice bit of work. Robinson with a drive. Oh, magnificent goal, John Robinson. John Robinson is on fire at the moment for Charlton. He can't put a foot wrong. That is his 8th goal this season and perhaps his most spectacular to date. He stepped inside the defender with a flick of his right foot and with his left foot cracked it wide of goalkeeper Kevin Dearden. Can Kim Grant now cause a problem? Ashby is a defender. And Grant holding the ball off. Jamie Stewart now. And he picks out Lee Bowyer. Bowyer sweeps the ball out, showing good awareness to pick out Robinson. And Bowyer continues his run into the box. And there is Bowyer! It's 2-1 to Charlton on the stroke of half-time. Lee Bowyer has given the Addicts the lead. With his 11th goal of the season, he picked out Robinson, he continued his run, and he rose to plant the header wide of Dearden to give Charlton the lead in this FA Cup tie. And that's a long hoof downfield for Robert Taylor to give chase. And he's done well, Taylor. Now what can he do? He's found Smith, and that's fairly harmless looking. Oh, it's got in! It's a disaster! A disaster for Charlton and Mike Salmon in particular, and Brentford celebrate one of the most freakish goals you're likely to see. It's 2 apiece. Taylor did the donkey work, but it wasn't a particularly difficult effort from Smith, and Salmon simply dropped it. It's 2 each. Oh, and there's a missed kick there, and this might fall, and it's a great save by Salmon. It fell there for Ashby, and Charlton are at 6s and 7s in their own penalty area as the second division team turn the screw. And here come Brentford again. Jamie Stewart having to defend, and Stewart stumbles. And could Brentford win it this time? Surely now! And Salmon's there again. And Mike Salmon makes another save. He's made 4 or 5 saves since that goal. He's probably kept Charlton in the game. Mortimer now. Can Mortimer find a space? Can he thread himself through? That's surely a foul. The referee has given the free kick outside the area. Brentford skipper Jamie Bates was the man that made the tackle. Stephen Lodge has given the free kick. I think 1 or 2 Charlton fans and maybe 1 or 2 of the players were hoping to get a penalty. Right, what can David White produce for Charlton? He steps up. Oh, magnificent David White! Absolutely wonderful! And David White has won it in the last minute for Charlton. Charlton will visit Anfield in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Brentford are going to go out. They've been fantastic here. they've probably had the best of the game, but you cannot legislate for skill like that. It's Charlton Athletic 3, it's Brentford 2, and Liverpool await.
Vicarage Road was the next stop on Charlton's travels as the side played bottom-placed Watford on the 10th of February.
Here's Mooney to Ramage. Again, everybody to the left there. Penrice knocks it back. Oh, what a goal! A super strike from Kevin Phillips. His 12th goal of the season. And Charlton had no answer to it. Newton and Leeburn, the two red shirts in the penalty area at the moment. Here's Leeburn. Spear's touch let him down, but he got it back with the second one. Oh, great save by Miller. Robinson tries again, and this time finds the net. Well, Miller not happy with something, but John Robinson celebrates. It was a brilliant stop by Kevin Miller from the first shot, but he was just out of position a little, couldn't reach across to get the second, which was drilled low into the left-hand corner. A lot of confidence as Jamie Stewart, a 19-year-old left back there. Oh, he's in the box, danger here. Great save! Oh, it's there in the danger zone again, it's anyone's ball. Oh, and it's forced in the end by Boyer. And Charlton Athletic have the lead. Boyer's 12th of the season. He matches Kevin Phillips in the goal-scoring chart. But a real scrimmage there in the 6-yard box, just about a yard or two off Miller's line.
The full-time score, Watford 1, Charlton Athletic 2. A week later, Charlton were at home to Sheffield United, hoping to avenge their 2-0 drubbing from September.
Curled into the near post, which it is. It's nearly flicked on, and it's in the goal! I'm not too sure if that was a Charlton head that flicked that on. Now Kendall's men are on their way for their 4th consecutive victory. And here's Nelson. Going to survive these attacks at the moment. In comes the cross, the back is Robson. A great save from Kelly. Mark Robson popped up in between two men with his head. And a good save from Alan Kelly. Once again, Gary Nelson, the man exploiting Sheffield United down Charlton's left. Crossing from Newton, looking for Lieber, and it finds Lieber, and Robinson's going to be there. It's going to be there. It's a goal! It's a goal! Paul Mortimer has tucked it away with just 2.5 minutes on the watch. The ball come across, Robson crossed it in, the keeper came out wide, it was pushed back in, and Mortimer had an open goal and drove it into the back of the net.
The match ended 1-1, with Charlton still looking good for automatic promotion, placed 2nd in the table. The following Tuesday, Charlton made the long trip north to take on fellow high flyers Huddersfield. The Terriers took the lead after 16 minutes, with Andy Booth bringing his goal tally this season to 14 so far. 4 minutes later, Rodney Rowe hammered home Huddersfield's second, and it looked like it wasn't going to be Charlton's evening. However, Huddersfield had reckoned without goal machine Lee Bowyer, who had accurately put away the header from Carl Lieburn on the half hour. Six minutes after the interval, Charlton had levelled the score after Paul Reed had brought down Keith Jones in the area. Mark Robson's penalty kick found the back of the Huddersfield net, and the Addicts could return south with a crucial point for their troubles. On the 24th of February, Charlton were at Oldham, anxious to consolidate their bid for automatic promotion.
Suspicion of a foul by Gunnar not given. Keith Jones, former Southend Chelsea man. This is Robson. He's already put a couple of good crosses in, and that's another one. Well saved by Gerrard. And now 2 against 2 as Richardson comes forward for Oldham. Is it going to be a Lee Richardson special? Oh, it nearly was. Oh, it so nearly was. A chance here now for Oldham as the half-time whistle approaches. Barlow, McCarthy's free. Oh, he's missed it. Barlow couldn't get in. Still, Oldham have it with Haller. Got Haller, well saved by Salmon. Chris Makin did well. Another bad-looking ball in too. Penalty given. Push on Banger. Oldham have a penalty. Well, what a silly, silly foul. Stuart Barmer, I think it was. And now Lee Richardson has a chance to make it 1-0. He does. Oldham are ahead. 16 corners in this game. 9 to Oldham. This Charlton 7. Oh, Gerrard's missed it. Charlton have a chance. Oh, hit the post, off the line, it's in now. Charlton are back on level terms. Paul Gerrard must be considered at fault then. And I think it's a Charlton substitute, Kim Grant, who's got the Londoners back on level terms.
The final score, Oldham Athletic 1, Charlton Athletic 1. 4 days later, Charlton were at Anfield to take on the might of Liverpool in the FA Cup 5th round.
Bowyer now faces him. Makes a good tackle. In well. Unnecessary punch, good block on the follow-up, the denied Fowler. Recovered his own error then, Mike Salmon. Rob Jones. Joe Jones is on the field, neither Welsh. McAteer. Stewart comes back to try again, couldn't this time. That's a lovely header, beautiful goal by you-know-who, Robbie Fowler. That's a good try by Lieberman. McAteer on for Thomas. Far side is Collymore. This time he makes it. Now Grant. Bambi's the back man. But they've got others back now. That's a good try! It's a lovely goal! Lovely goal! They have something to savour. And maybe they've set up an interesting conclusion to a match which seemed to be all over. Kim Grant, the scorer. Out by Thomas, Stewart, Lieberman, Robson, Newton, corner.
The final score, Liverpool 2, Charlton Athletic 1. Defeated, but by no means disgraced, Charlton were free to turn their attention back to the league as they played away to Portsmouth on the 2nd of March. Charlton took the lead in the 24th minute when a Stuart Barmer cross was deflected off Guy Butters into the back of the Pompey net. However, it all began to go wrong for the Addicts after Keith Jones was carried off with a fractured jaw from an Andy Thompson challenge. Dion Burton grabbed the equaliser on the stroke of half-time, stabbing home McLaughlin's cross. Burton completed his deadly double in the 57th minute, sealing the points for Pompey with a stunning overhead kick. The final score, Portsmouth 2, Charlton Athletic 1. Charlton's woes were compounded the following Tuesday as they hosted Southend in front of the Carlton cameras.
Oh yeah, takes up an intelligent position, floats it in off the inside of the upright, and disappointment for Barmer there. Nelly's gone up to supplement the attack. And drilled in, and surely a goal. Doubling the scorer. And Charlton's defence caught all asunder. They were all over the place. Well, they've performed admirably all season. They don't want to let things slip now. Well, they're a goal behind, and here comes Southend. Good ball played here for Thompson. Boyer has got a great chance if he turns on this. Oh, he took a little bit long, and now the second goal is driven in by Tilson. It seemed the chance had gone when Boyer couldn't finish it, but those Southend fans jubilant. Well, if Charlton come back from this, they'll do well. Oh, and a hapless mistake there by Brown. It might let them in for another one. He's getting them into trouble, and Hales punishes that mistake with goal number 3. Calamity for Brown. 2 in 2 minutes for Southend United, and the game has really been turned upside down.
The match ended 3-0 to Southend, the Addicts' heaviest defeat of the season so far. On a happier note, on the 9th of March, Charlton were back at the Valley for a clash with South London rivals Millwall, boosted by new signing Chris White from Birmingham.
It's a good header from Lee Burns. Great shot. It's goal! It's a goal overhead kick from Lee Bowyer. The ball was headed down by Cole Leeburn into the Millwall box, and Lee Bowyer just leant back and clipped it over his head into the corner past Keller. And now they've got a chance with Leeburn. Leeburn's got Grant away. He's got 2 men coming across, Thatcher and Lavin, but they've left him some space to cross. There's the cross, and it's filled to Leeburn's feet. Leeburn right foot. A good save from the keeper. Sturgis. Bowyer just chip it back in again. Can't afford to lose it here now, Charlton. Now, it's Nelson. Van Blurt wins it. Back to Nelson. It's going to be a shot left foot. Leeburn's on. It's there. Leeburn scores. It was a missed kick. The shot came in from Nelson. It was a missed kick by the Millwall defence, and Leeburn just got up and headed the ball, and it just went underneath the keeper into the corner.
The full-time score, Charlton Athletic 2, Millwall 0, leaving the Addicts 3rd in the table with 55 points from 34 games. John Fuller spoke to the man who's been producing more crackers than Jacobs this season, Lee Bowyer.
Lee, must have been a bit of relief in the camp getting that win back under your belts again.
Yeah, I've had a rough time lately, but it was a good result for us tonight. Local derby as well. That's, I think we're the first time for years to do the double over them, Kurs was saying after the game, so yeah, it was a good result for us.
Got off to a great start, 4 minutes, a little lean backwards and a flick into the bottom corner.
Yeah, I was going to take a touch, but then I thought, nah, just hit it first time. Never know, and then it just crept in the corner.
A week later, Charlton were at Roots Hall to take on Essex men Southend United. The home side gifted Charlton the lead half an hour into the game after Jerome Bora's clumsy challenge on Chris White. Paul Mortimer netted the ball from the penalty spot to leave the Shrimpers trailing by 1-0. The match took a dramatic twist 4 minutes later when Thompson scored the equaliser from Bora's diving header. However, Bora's collision with Paul Sturgis and Mike Salmon had put the 2 Charlton players out of action, with Sturgis needing 6 stitches to a cut face, with the Addicts keeper limping off with a badly gashed knee. Help was on hand as versatile sub Steve Brown donned the keeper's jersey to take up his place between the Addicts' posts. The match ended with a goal apiece, and Charlton now 4th in the table. On the 23rd of March, the Addicts returned to home territory for a tough promotion clash with 5th place Stoke.
2 in the middle is the cross. Mortimer, oh! Great first time volley. Chipped in. Smerson's there, he's flicked it in. He's beaten the keeper. Aman came, and Mike Sheeran just flicked it over. He got to the keeper first. We're going to give a fresh pair of legs just to stay in defence. Keane, who was at Wolves and West Ham. That's handball once again. And the referee, it's a penalty. That was definitely handball. Beeston's gone across to complain. Clarkson got up. Here's Mortimer, and he goes straight in the corner. And Charlton, probably for all their hard work of the second half, have brought it back. Stoke are the eager side now to get the game going. They want the 3 points as well. Not going to settle for one. Bowyer's ball finds Newton the far side, breaks into the area. It's gone past Keane. It's the cross to the far side. It's in the goal. It's there. It's David White. It went past two Stoke defenders to the far side. Robinson jumped, he didn't make it. White was behind him and headed it straight in the back of the net.
The final score, Charlton Athletic 2, Stoke City 1. A week later, QPR's Bradley Allen was making his debut for Charlton as the Addicts played away to Norwich.
Charlton looked much the better side early on, with John Robinson coming closest to breaking the deadlock when he headed Matthew Jackson's cross against the Norwich woodwork. City held on until half-time, but after the break, Charlton did get their just desserts when Bradley Allen struck what proved to be the winner. The final score, Norwich 0, Charlton 1.
Promotion hopefuls Leicester City were Charlton's next opponents for a televised game at the Valley.
Roberts to Heskey. Now Claridge. Danger here for Charlton. Claridge! Brilliant goal! Steve Claridge scores his first goal for Leicester 14 minutes before half-time. And what a magnificent finish it was. White. Robson, the other substitute. And that's an excellent return ball to White. Oh, Walsh has produced a magnificent clearance. And still danger here, but then there was handball by Bradley Allen. And it's a free kick to Leicester. And the captain, Steve Walsh, has kept Leicester in front here with a quite breathtaking clearance. This was a goal all the way. How did he manage to get his foot round that? Headed clear by Walsh. Jackson with the shot into the crowd of players. And now Robson again. And Allen has produced a great save from Poole.
The match ended 1-0 to the visitors, leaving Charlton fourth in the table with 62 points. On Good Friday, Charlton were at home to relegation-haunted Luton, with the hapless Hatters hoping for resurrection.
Bulgarian hitting it into Kim Grant. Couldn't collect. Stewart. Grant then does collect. And Thorpe is onside. The flag has stayed down. Wilkinson's waiting in the middle. And it's gone in for a goal. Here's Robinson. He's given a penalty. He's given a penalty. It would have been a handball. Well, it's Bradley Allen. And it's 1-1.
The full-time score, Charlton Athletic 1, Luton Town 1. With their hearts still set on a place in the top two, on Easter Monday, Charlton were at Roker Park playing Tyneside table-toppers Sunderland. At this point, Charlton had 9 players unavailable through injury and suspension.
Jones providing valuable support. Ball tracking him all the way. This is Bradley Allen and Chamberlain. And here comes Linger, and Chamberlain saves again.
The match ended 0-0, with a playoff place looking increasingly likely for Charlton. The Addicts weren't destined for an easy run-in to the end of the season, with second-place Derby the opposition at the Valley on the 14th of April.
Keeper came for it, didn't get to it, and knocked off the line by Jones. Lieber, Bowyer. Jones hit long this time towards Lieber, gets it back for him. Well, Newton was in there, and somehow Derby kept it out.
A great long ball here from Jones, which Lieber does absolutely magnificent at the far post ahead of that.
The game finished goalless, effectively shattering the Addicts' hopes of automatic promotion. 3 days later, Charlton were in the Potteries to do battle with Stoke. In the 29th minute, Simon Sturridge flicked the ball neatly over the Charlton defence for Mike Sherrin to crack home a vicious right-foot shot. The final result, Stoke City 1, Charlton Athletic 0. Charlton's nerves were becoming increasingly frayed the following Saturday as the Addicts' goal drought continued at Elm Park.
Failing to score in 5 of their last 6 games has meant Charlton slipping back in the promotion race. They couldn't manage one against Reading either, but it wasn't for the want of trying. They found Bobby Mikhailov in excellent form on one of his rare appearances. Lee Bowyer thwarted on this occasion. In their fight to avoid relegation, Reading are as much in need of points as Charlton, and they nearly sneaked a win. Only Andy Petterson's fine reaction save denying Jimmy Quinn a goal. Both teams still have 3 games in which to secure their priorities at different ends of the table.
Homework, Mum.
Vigland, a British manufacturer.
How's your day been, love?
Offering lifetime telephone support.
Hello, welcome to Vigland. How can I help you?
And award-winning products.
Done it. I've had a great day. And you?
With Intel Pentium processor technology. Major suppliers to business, government...
Now we clinched it. Excellent.
And education. With Vigland, buying direct is quick and easy. So call 0800 889977 now for your free brochure.
On the 27th of April, Charlton bagged a crucial 3 points as the side played away to Port Vale.
Lee Mills. Balmer hesitated. McCarthy fires it into the net, and John McCarthy after 25 minutes. From the Dutch connection, but over comes the corner. Up go the heads, and that's in the net. Number 6, Stuart Balmer. 41 minutes gone. Charlton draw level. Newton's made the run. He's onside. And Van Houston there, diving too late. And number 14 came on as an early substitute for Linger, who was stretchered off. And number 14, Sean Newton, puts his team 2-1 ahead of Port Vale. And 4 minutes gone in the second half, and Port Vale caught on the back foot. And McCarthy there, Robinson, he stuck to his guns, and Robinson, there's 2 players out onto his right. In comes Allen, and that makes 3. The defence again caught napping. Vale caught wide open at the back, and number 10, Bradley Allen, just puts the ball into the back of the net. All the hard work was done there by number 9, David Robinson, but that ball was played in, and number 10, Bradley Allen, puts Charlton 3-1 ahead.
Charlton were left sweating after their penultimate game, an evening match with Tranmere Rovers of the Valley.
Aldridge, nice turn, turns inside Rufus, got some space. Jackson's closed him down. There's Morrissey trying a shot. And once again, another save from Pedersen. Look where the shot came from, just by the 18-yard box. Now Robson once again, going to jinx down Charlton right. Jackson's there, Jackson wins the corner, not quite. It's given away once again by Tranmere. Here's Robson. 2 men wide on the far side. There's the ball coming in, and Nelson's header over the bar.
The full-time score, Charlton Athletic 0, Tranmere Rovers 0. This result left the Addicts 5th in the table with 70 points, with a playoff place still not guaranteed. On the 5th of May, an air of nervous expectation hung over the valley, with the Addicts needing a win to be sure of a playoff place. With Wolves the visitors, Central TV commentator John Helm joined our regular camera crew in the Charlton gantry.
Allen looking for the service from Barmer. that would open Wolves up. Leeburn's in there for it, breasts it down. Here's Robson, gets in, surely off the line it goes, scrambled away by Richards, and a real opening there for Charlton which they couldn't take. Leeburn's desperately trying to find space in there against Eric Young. There's a real skirmish. There's Leeburn, and it's got in! Carl Leeburn for Charlton Athletic. His menace has been there for all to see, and from the corner kick, Carl Leeburn rose above the Wolves defenders. His was the header, which was maybe deflected in right on the line. Carl Leeburn takes the credit with his 10th of the season, and it's Charlton 1, Wolves 0. 5 minutes before half-time. What a great time to score. Now one for Glenn Crowe to chase in company with Barmer. Crowe's created problems and ball's in the middle. Oh, what a goal! Glenn Crowe smashes the ball into the Charlton net from the most amazing angle. White sizes up the options. 7 minutes to go. David White goes around in circles and knocks the ball in for Robinson, then for Bowyer. Here is Nelson now, attacking Smith. I can give him 20 years, but Nelson's done really well. There is the cross, and they're getting in each other's way at the moment. But Bowyer pops it in, and a good save made by Stowe.
The final score, Charlton Athletic 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Meanwhile, at Portman Road, Ipswich had drawn 0-0 with Millwall, a result that not only allowed the Addicts through into the playoffs, but also condemned rivals Millwall to life in the second division next season. John Helm caught up with highly delighted Charlton boss Alan Kerbishley.
Well, that must be a very, very sweet moment for you. Well, I think at the start of the season we was relegation candidates, and I think up until the last 6 or 7 games we had a chance of going up. I felt we played ever so well today. I really wanted to win and win with a couple of goals, just to end the season on a high, so we can go into the playoffs on a high. But I think the way we've played today has given us the right boost.
You've certainly gone through some agony in the last few weeks, haven't you?
Well, I have, but I felt their chance, what they've scored their goal from, is the only real chance they've had in the game. And we've dominated the game for 90 minutes, and I just felt we should have won it by a few more.
A few tired bodies dragging themselves around on the lap of honour.
We've got a lot of young lads there, but I think we'll be the most relaxed side in the playoffs.
Good luck in them. Thank you very much indeed, Alan.
Thank you.
As our final table shows, Charlton made the playoffs with 2 points to spare, ending 6th place with 71 points. Automatic promotion places went to Sunderland and Derby, while at the other end of the table, Millwall were joined in relegation by Watford and Luton. With 3rd place playing 6th, the scene was set for a fierce South London playoff derby, with the first leg to be played at the Valley on the 12th of May. As the players are piped onto the pitch to the strains of Mull of Kintyre, our coverage comes from LWT.
And now Matt Jackson on loan from...
Oh, my goodness, and it's a goal! It's Newton who's put Charlton ahead. It's a mistake in the defence. Leif Anderson, who very nearly put through his own goal, and somehow Martin kept that out. And it was a simple matter then for Charlton to take a valuable lead through Sean Newton.
Well, it was a great ball across, and for a moment you thought, what's an attacker, something a diving header here? And it was a defender. It was the most amazing. That would have been the most amazing on goal you've seen. It was a beauty, wasn't it? He come in there, dived and headed it. Keeper's reaction was terrific, but there was Newton up there just to tap it in.
Nadar gets that one.
Friedman getting in behind them, and good save there. But in the end, well, that's extraordinary. Kenny Brown.
The corner for Crystal Palace. Nadar trying an overhead.
And Carl Wilt puts it over the line to make it 2-1 Palace.
John Fuller discussed Charlton's performance with Mark Robson.
Mark, what did Alan have to say at the end of the game?
Well, I mean, obviously very disappointed. We had a goal lead and we let it slip. 2 bad goals we gave away. But we live to fight another day on Wednesday, and we've got to try and put it right.
It's only halfway through. The first half was so good and exciting for Charlton.
Yeah, it was a ferocious pace, I think. You know, they just came in at half-time and needed the break, really. But I thought up to half-time we were sitting quite comfortable. I don't think they really threatened us at all. But in second half, it was a different story. I don't know. Well, we didn't pass the ball as well. There was a few, you know, I'm one of the culprits really that didn't get the ball down and pass. And we just lost our pattern.
3 days later, the Addicts were at Selhurst Park, needing at least 2 goals to book a place at Wembley.
But they were defending really well in numbers there. Crystal Palace and Nadar hooking it up to Friedman, who's had a terrific season with 20 goals, and he plays the ball nicely for Nadar, and still Nadar, a chance now. Can Houghton finish it off? It's there! Ray Houghton for Crystal Palace. John Robinson with his free kick. Barmer's gone forward for it. White is in there too. Rufus has stayed back this time though. There's the free kick. Oh, there's a possibility here. White had a dab at it. So did Leeburn. And there's a lot of hacking going on there. And the referee will give what? Leeburn, in fact, had probably the best chance of the lot there. Sean Newton. He's trying to get that through to Robinson. Might just do it. Oh, Robinson got a touch on it. The keeper's out. Leeburn will leap for this one. There's his header. Kicked off the line by David Tuttle. And suddenly the attack was on there for Crystal Palace until Rufus stepped in. But that was very nearly a golden opportunity for Charlton to get right back in the game. Newton versus Kenny Brown. Well, Newton, who got the whole thing going in 55 seconds on Saturday. And oh, some good work there by Nigel Martin.
The match finished Crystal Palace 1, Charlton Athletic 0, with the Eagles going through to face Leicester City in the Wembley playoff final. Disappointed but not disheartened, Charlton can still look forward with confidence to another crack at promotion next year. Once again this season, we're running our traditional Goal of the Season competition. All you have to do to be in with a shout is to select your top 3 Charlton goals from the following batch of corkers.
Good cross. This time Collins didn't get to him. It's a great shot, great goal! Number 7, Sean Newton. What a great goal on 31 minutes.
Puts the ball in. It's there! It's a great goal from Carl Leeburn! An absolutely fabulous goal! And it's John Robinson again who supplied the cross. Wonderful header from Leeburn. Oh, he's looking for Robinson. Oh, great ball! Yeah! It's a wonderful goal by John Robinson and a wonderful pass by Lee Bowyer. He cuts open Wimbledon yet again.
Bowyer's got space coming forward. Form in with him. He tries a shot and it's gone in! Lee Bowyer shot has crept in off the post.
Thompson with the cross and a deep one. Oh, terrific goal by Sean Newton. Their first attack, and they've made it count.
It's a good try! It's a lovely goal! Lovely goal! They have something to savour.
Good header from Lee Burns. Great shot. It's goal! It's a goal overhead kick from Lee Bowyer. The ball was headed down by Cole Leeburn into the Millwall box, and Lee Bowyer just leant back and clipped it over his head into the corner past Keller.
To make the choice easier for you, we've narrowed the selection down to a short list of 6 stunners. Just put your top 3 goals in order of preference and send your entry on a postcard to Goals Competition, care of Steve Dixon, The Valley, Floyd Road, Charlton, London SE7 8BL. Entry should reach us by the end of January 97. If your choice matches Alan Kirbishley's, you'll be invited to a VIP day out at the club with a chance to present a trophy to the scorer of the winning goal. It goes without saying that Addicks fans will be bitterly disappointed at seeing their team miss out on a Wembley playoff final after such a grueling and hard-fought campaign this season. However, fans can draw comfort from the way Charlton's magic mix of youth and experience confounded the critics to keep the side in the upper reaches of the table throughout the season, in what was a fiercely contested division. Be sure to join us again in the autumn, when we'll be taping each game as it comes, to once again bring you the finest in Addicks action. Until then, farewell from all of us on the programme.